Whether you're watching this here on YouTube or Facebook or watching a clip on LinkedIn or wherever it could be, it doesn't matter. This is information that is totally going to be a game changer in the way you, a loved one, a friend, or whoever goes to purchase a vehicle. Now, keep in mind, this is a 3-part series. There's 3 different videos I'm posting, so be sure to catch all of the videos. They'll all be obviously uploaded within a week. This is part 1 right here. And this right here is 5 huge mistakes you are making, okay? Pay attention when going to purchase a vehicle. I've been buying cars for over 20 years, whether it's a small dealership, whether it's Craigslist, whether it's a large dealership, buying cars, all these cars, other people's cars in my name, and blah, blah, blah. But don't worry, it's okay. You gain, well, actually over 20 years of experience and getting screwed sometimes also. So I want to, once again, let y'all know this is a 3-part series. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you share this with people. Let's get into it. Check me out online, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so on. Let's get into 5 huge mistakes that you are making when purchasing a vehicle. Number 1, not knowing your credit score. I know it sounds like, oh, everybody knows their credit score. You will be surprised how many people don't even check their credit. Now, I don't mean this Credit Karma, what do they call it, the Vantage score bullshit or whatever it is, that they say, oh, you have a 798 credit score, and you're all excited and you're jumping for joy, and you think you're going to get 0% financing, and then you go to TransUnion or Experian or somewhere, and you realize, oh, wait a second, how the heck do I got a 647? Don't deal with Credit Karma when you're looking for a credit score for a car, purchasing a car. Make sure you're looking at TransUnion, Experian, what's the other? Shoot, I just went blank on the other one. Equifax is the other one. And of course, depending on where you go, like even purchasing a house, they maybe my FICO, your FICO score, they're more concerned. So stop worrying about Credit Karma and all those other places that tell you that. Know what you're going in for, okay? And the reason I know what you're going in with, and the reason I say that is because when you go into a car dealership and you say, and by the way, don't get your credit score from TransUnion or wherever from 6 months ago. Do it within a week that you're going to actually start looking for a vehicle and you're actually ready to purchase. And the reason I say that is because you can walk in and say, hey, look, I just got my credit score from Equifax or TransUnion or the top 3, whatever. You show them the paper and you say like this, I want to know my range, okay? Remember, buying a vehicle is all a numbers game. All they do is manipulate numbers. That's really all it is, okay? So you want to say, I want to know my range, my interest range. You can say I've been at my job, blah, 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 but based just on my interest alone, because there might be other factors of how much you're putting down and so on. But try to get a range as far as your financing rate, because that is what is important. Know your credit score. You have to know it. Trust me. The number 2 huge mistake that people make when buying a car is not even knowing what the hell they want to buy. If you go into a dealership and you're like, well, I want a 4-door, I have kids. That doesn't help. What you're basically doing is you're telling the salesperson, man or woman, or whatever they identify as, we have to be gender fluid or neutral or inclusive, whatever it is, and you have to tell them, I am looking for an Altima, for example. Okay, now remember, it doesn't mean you're falling in love with one specific exact one that's on the lot. That's in another video. But you're telling them, I am looking for an Altima, and keep watching and you'll understand why you're going to have options available, because you're kind of finessing them. But you have to know at least what you're looking for, because if you don't know what you're looking for, you are leaving everything in their hands to control your fate, because they will say, she doesn't know or he doesn't know what they're looking for. Oh, let's put him in this $35,000 Nissan Maxima that you probably can't afford, but they're saying, yeah, you need it because of this. You need it because of this. You need it because of this. And in your mind, chips, for negotiating, you're saying, that's right. I do need a $35,000 vehicle. And then before you know it, the repo man comes and you're stuck with nothing. And then you're back buying a car from the little car dealership on the side of the road, the little one, the locally owned one for 19% interest. That's another video. But anyways, know what car you're going for. The next one, not knowing rebates or available discounts. Not knowing rebates or available discounts. And I'm going to give you all a perfect example with this one. We're talking about Nissan in particular. Good example. I went to a Nissan dealership, okay? And by the way, some used vehicles, certified pre-owned mainly, they actually do come with some discounts and some rebates. So Nissan, their in-house financing is called NEMAC, Nissan Motor Acceptance Credit or something like that. It's called NEMAC, it goes by. It's basically, imagine like their own bank, okay? So what it said on the website of the dealer was, if you finance through NEMAC, you will get an additional $500 bonus. Okay, cool. Well, I live here in the Austin area, and one of the dealerships in Round Rock actually told me, well, because we lowered your interest rate, we can't give you the $500 discount. And I was like, well, what do you mean? They said, well, because, it's like you can't get 2 discounts. I'm like, but your website says if I want to finance through NEMAC, that's what you're going to give me, a $500 discount. They said, no, I know, but we cut your interest in half. I was like, yeah, you cut my interest in half from a bullshit number. What are you talking about? First, you say it's like 7 or 8%. Now you're saying it's like 3.5%. And then you're going to say, we're going to take away the discount. I don't understand that. I ended up going to another dealership, and it was actually my better interest to use NEMAC. And I got the $500 discount as well with under 3.5% interest. Same car maker. But once again, they're trying to finesse you. So you need to know whether it's a new car, a used car, certified pre-owned, whatever. You have to know the available discounts and rebates and so on. Have it on paper, print it out, take a screenshot. Also, by the way, make sure you look at the dates, because they could say, it ended the last day of Memorial Day weekend or whatever, 4th of July, whatever it is, and then they use that against you. But these guys are, dealerships are running deals all the time, so they're going to come up with a new one anyways in less than 30 days. So just keep that in mind. The next huge mistake that people make when buying a vehicle is not having talked with your bank or credit union first. Not having talked with your bank or credit union first. This is why this one is important, and let me tell you what recently actually happened to me and how I was about to get screwed, and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm Persian. You're not doing this to me. So I've been with one of my banks in particular for 20 years, okay? I bought a vehicle from them about 4 years ago. I still have 1 year left on the car note. So I said, okay, let me call my bank first, and I'm going to tell you why this is important. Let me call my bank first because I want to make sure that I get my bank rate first, and then I can go see what the dealer says. Now, depending on your bank, you might want to look into this. Let me explain why this is very important. My bank said, well, we no longer give car loans. I said, well, what do you mean? I pay my car loan to y'all every month. They go, no. We don't have that division anymore. We accept the payments, but we're not giving any new loans. It changed about 1.5 years ago, whatever it was. I said, okay. And by the way, this is a nationally, global, actually recognized bank. And I said, I'm confused. And they said, well, the way it works now is we partner, we know 15,000 certified dealers, blah, blah, blah. And you go to your dealer, the one that you want to buy the vehicle from. You tell them to run your credit through our bank, and they'll tell you what your interest rate is. I'm like, hold on. So can I call y'all and verify? They go, yeah, of course. We verify the loan, that it got approved. And I'm like, no. Can I verify the interest rate? They said, well, it doesn't really work like that. I go, well, what do you mean it doesn't work like that? They said, the dealer tells your interest rate. And I said, I don't trust the dealer to begin with. How am I going to put it in the hands of the finance manager or the sales guy to tell me my interest rate when I've been doing business with you for 20 years, had money in there for 20 years, and you're not willing to give me my interest rate? What if the bank truly tells me my interest is, 2.3, and the dealer's telling me it's like 4.5? How can I debate that? How will I know the truth? And the guy on the phone, he's like, oh, yeah, I know it kind of sounds crazy, a little bit out of the... I go, no, it does sound out of the ordinary, and it does sound crazy. I don't understand. Why can't y'all be transparent? Well, we don't do it like that. So whenever you're going in, and by the way, two of the most important numbers when you're buying a vehicle is not the car payment. And they're going to try to tell you, what would you like your car payment to be? It's all bullshit. Don't even answer that question. Just look at them and say, no, that's a dumb question, right? Or whatever you want to say. Just make them feel like you're smarter. But you have to be smart, though. So the interest rate and the total price of the vehicle. Interest rate and total price of the vehicle. Those are the two most important numbers. The car payment figures itself out. But one of the reasons why you also have to know what your interest rate is from your bank or credit union, if they're willing to give it to you, obviously, is because if you know in the back of your head, this happened at another dealership, by the way. My bank, what year was this? I can't even remember which car it was that I bought. My bank had told me 2.9%, okay? So I was like, okay, 2.9%, for sure I'm going to get it with, with this bank. Went to the dealership and they said, oh, well, we're looking at what your score. You're looking at about 5.5 or whatever it was. I said, 5.5? I said, nope, that's not good enough. My bank told me cheaper. Well, no. And remember, dealerships want you to actually go through them because they get a percentage. Like let's say they match it at 2.9, but their third party was doing like 2.1. They're keeping the 0.8%. That's just how it goes. And dealerships, salespeople will try to pull your teeth and try to find out what your interest rate is what you're being told from your bank or credit union. Do not tell them. Do not tell them. Because once again, if they can actually get it for, let's say, for example, 2.9%, right? But your bank told you 5%, for whatever reason, your bank tells you 5%, and you say, yeah, my bank said 5%. But they know in the back of their head that they're getting 2.9. All they have to do is say, hey, man, congratulations. We got you 4.8%. And now you're jumping. Keep in mind, you're jumping for joy because it's cheaper than what your bank said. And you said, yes, I'm going with you guys. When the whole time they got it at 2.9 and they're making those extra points. So always check with your bank or your credit union first as to what your true interest rate is. The next one, number 5, and the last one of this specific video. Remember, I've got 2 more. Make sure you check them out. This last one, number 5, is not being open to options. Not being open to options. Now, remember, we're talking about Nissan. Let's talk about Nissan again. Let's say, for example, you want a Nissan Altima. You let them know up front, I'm looking for a Nissan Altima, but I'm open to a Sentra. Okay? Do not say and try to be, big baller over here and say, I want a Nissan. I'm looking for a Nissan Altima, but I'm open to Maxima. Because the first thing they're going to say is, why the hell are we going to sell them a $20,000, $22,000 car when we can sell them a $30,000 car? They said that they're open to a Nissan Maxima. That's $30,000 to $38,000 brand new, which is obviously the next class up, the upgrade. But if you say Nissan Altima, but because of the price, my budget is really a Sentra, they're going to do everything in their power to get you into the Altima. Remember, they don't want to sell you something cheaper. They want to sell you the most, expensive because of the fact that it brings in more, more sales volume, more commission, and so on for an Altima as compared to a Sentra. So when you start saying, yeah, but the Sentra, no, the Altima, and now they're doing what they can to get you in the Altima. So put them under the perception, create this illusion that you're looking at lower priced vehicles and more than likely the class right under. So those are 5 huge mistakes. Watch the other videos. Actually, check out all my videos online. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. Tell me your story. Let's talk about it. Maybe I can help you out. But this is with over 20 plus years of buying vehicles and negotiating like a Persian.